You bought something last week that was supposed to make you happy. And for about 2 days, it worked. Then the feeling faded, and you were right back where you started. Just with a little less money and a little more stuff. If you know that quiet treadmill, Japan has a way off it. And it has nothing to do with earning more. It's a way of feeling genuinely rich that ignores your bank account completely. Here's the trap almost all of us are caught in. The more we earn, the more we want, the goalposts just move. People get a raise and their spending rises to match it, so they end up feeling exactly as squeezed as before. A bigger income, the same quiet anxiety. Japan figured out something we keep missing. Feeling rich has almost nothing to do with how much you own, and almost everything to do with how you see what you already have. I want to show you 3 Japanese ideas that quietly change that. None of them are about budgeting or guilt or owning less for its own sake. They're about finally feeling like what you have is enough. Let's start. The first word is Mottainai. It's usually translated as "what a waste," but that's far too thin. Mottainai is the quiet sorrow you feel when something with real value is thrown away carelessly. It's the sense that every object carries a kind of dignity. In Japan, this isn't guilt, it's gratitude. When you feel mottainai, you're really feeling the worth of a thing. The food on your plate, the coat you've had for years, the phone in your hand that still works perfectly. Now think about the engine of modern shopping. It runs on the opposite feeling, on dissatisfaction. This is old, this is boring, you deserve the new one. We are sold every single day a quiet contempt for what we already own. Mottainai is the antidote, because the moment you truly see the value in what you have, the urge to constantly replace it just loosens its grip. Try this tonight. Look at one thing you were thinking of upgrading. Instead of what it lacks, see everything it still does. It still works. It still holds your whole life inside it. That quiet recognition of enough, that is Mottainai. And it's worth more than anything you could buy to replace it. The second idea is one of the most beautiful in any language. Wabi-sabi. It's the appreciation of beauty that is imperfect, aged and worn. A cracked bowl, a scuffed table, the soft faded spine of a book you've read 100 times. In the West, we're trained to want everything flawless and new. A scratch on the car, a dent in the phone. Each one feels like a small loss, a reason to want a replacement. Wabi-sabi flips that completely. It says the marks of age aren't damage, they're history. A brand new thing has no story. A worn thing is full of them. Think about what this does to you over a lifetime. If you only love what's new, you'll be chasing it forever, because everything ages the second you buy it. But if you can find beauty in the worn and the imperfect, then almost everything you own grows more precious with time, not less. You stop needing the new thing because the old thing has quietly become a treasure. This is one of the great secrets of feeling wealthy. It was never about owning the newest. It was about loving what you have enough to let it grow old alongside you. Quick pause. If you own something old and imperfect that you genuinely love, a worn jacket, a chipped mug, a beat-up book, type wabi-sabi in the comments and tell me what it is. I'd love to fill this section with old, loved, imperfect things. The last idea might be the most beautiful thing in all of Japanese culture, Kintsugi. When a treasured bowl breaks in Japan, it isn't always thrown away. Sometimes it's repaired with lacquer mixed with real gold. The cracks aren't hidden, they're filled with gold and turned into the most beautiful part of the whole bowl. Sit with that for a second. In our world, a broken thing is garbage. A flaw is something to hide. In Kintsugi, the break becomes the most precious feature. The history is highlighted, not erased. And this matters far beyond pottery. A culture that repairs its broken bowls with gold is a culture that doesn't throw things away. It sees more worth in mending than in replacing. Imagine treating your own things this way. your shoes, your furniture, your home, not as disposable things to upgrade, but as objects worth keeping, worth repairing. You'd buy less, you'd waste less, and strangely, you'd feel richer, because nothing makes a person feel poorer than a life full of disposable things that mean nothing. And nothing makes a person feel wealthier than being surrounded by things they've loved long enough to repair. So here's the whole thing. Mottainai. See the value in what you already have. Wabi-sabi. Find beauty in the worn and the aged. Kintsugi. Repair what breaks and let its history make it beautiful. None of this is about being poor. None of it is about denying yourself joy. It's about something the modern world made us forget. That being rich was never about how much you could collect. It was about how little you needed to feel at peace. If you've spent years feeling like you never quite have enough, the problem was almost never your income. It's that nobody ever taught you where enough lives. That line keeps getting moved, on purpose, just out of reach. Japan's quiet secret is that you get to decide where it is. And the moment you do, you stop being chased by more. One last thing. Tell me one thing you own that you'd never trade for a newer version. I read every single one. And if this gave you a calmer way to see money and stuff, subscribe to Mochi School. We have a lot more quiet ideas to share. I'll see you in the next one.